Flashing Yellow Light by Jacqueline Elisabeth. My sister and I were in her car. She was driving and I was right next to her. It was 2:30 a.m. and we had just sung our lungs out at a Korean style karaoke place. We were feeling happy, joyful, and breathless. With adrenaline and endorphins running through our veins, we cranked the radio up and sang whatever was playing on the radio. Baby, don't worry, do about a thing. Do. Every little thing is gonna be all right. There was this flashing yellow light. A flashing yellow light means that one has to proceed with caution before going forward. In hindsight, my sister should have stopped, halted, hit the brakes for dear life. But she didn't. She missed the flashing yellow light and drove right through it, through it, through it, through it, right through the flashing yellow light, so bright and yet not bright enough. That's when we saw the flash of police lights and heard the siren demanding us to pull over. Blue and red, red and blue. Do you know what you have to do? No one was on the road, not a soul. But since this was such a small issue, it shouldn't be no thing, it shouldn't be no problem. The cop came to my sister's window as she said lowly, "Good evening, officer." So polite, so smooth. And what did the policeman say in response? "What did you say?" Harsh and aggressive, no room for a response. It was obvious from his tone and his register that he felt insulted and would not take any shit from us. He had attitude. And when I say attitude, I mean attitude. And y'all say black people be enraged? But all my sister said was good evening, good night, as sweet and as polite as a Shakespearean good morrow. To make sure this did not escalate, I smiled so big. How big? This big. Just to assuage the officer so he could see we're okay. As he walked away with my sister's license and registration, a million thoughts and emotions swished and swished in my head. Check on my sister, check. Then call my sister, check, check. Should I record it? If anything goes south, no time to check. We were two young black women all alone on the side of the road with no other witnesses but this white man with our lives in his hands. Before I had time to turn my video off, the officer came back and everything checked out. I'll let you go with a warning this time. A warning, a warning, a warning. What warning? A warning that we escaped with our lives and didn't have to pay tithes? We sat in silence for a while, ever thankful, truly blessed that we live One more day in this body and black skin that seems so plagued. To this day, it makes me sad that people who are supposedly supposed to protect us could more likely harm or even kill us. We don't feel safe. When they approach, our bodies tense up, our minds race, and we often feel extreme fear and trepidation. This is not normal. This should not be. And yet, undoubtedly, it is.